Hey, I am Hepinwana, and this is a speedrun of My Little Puppy. So far, as of this recording, there is no category or board up at speedrun.com. I aim to change that with a little bit of a speedrun of this game. It's incredibly charming, it's cute, it's lovely. We're going to skip as many cutscenes as we can, which means we'll skip a lot of the more realistic things, if you want to put it that way. Overall though, game is family friendly. It's a good fun game. So time will begin when we select to do a new game. Time will end at the first frame of Old Man Daddy. You'll see what that means. Your dog is on a mission to find Daddy. Daddy being the human that raised our little corgi buddy. And you might see a corgi running around behind me during this because I've got one locked up in here with me. So anyways, time begins in, and this is any percent, just get to the end as quick as possible. So time begins in 3, 2, 1, go. And so the game starts off with us in doggy heaven. It calls it dog heaven. It seems to be heaven in general because there's a lot of people in it, like human people. John Wick is here, and Will Smith from I Am Human or I Am Legend is here as well. I know my movies really well, don't I? So, we're going to start off as this cute little corgi. Gotta learn how to play the game before it'll let us play the game. So, right now we're just walking, but now we get the ability to run. In Dog Heaven, we have infinite run. After Dog Heaven, we will have a stamina meter that we need to contend with. So here we're having all of the intake of new doggos and new humans. And the angels, they love the corgo. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Alright. So we are going to start off with a welcoming party, so we need to get everyone to join for the welcoming party. And so, we're going to be told to sniff them out. And I know where most of them are found pretty easy peasy. So, first one we're going to go and get is John Wick. So, John Wick, right over here. Just going to tell him, hey, there's a welcome party. Look at that. Look at that. Doggo's like, come on, let's go welcome people. Yep. I'm good with that. Alright. Alright. Now, we've got a little doggo friend over here. We could sniff if we want. If we sniff, we have to stop running. Which, obviously, we are not wanting to stop running, so... And this little guy's like, hey, there's a welcome party, but he's like, I've got a problem. I'm missing my toy. I'm missing my toy. Can you help me get my toy? And it's like, yeah, I think we could do that. Boy. That was not working too friendly. Oh yeah, gonna dig on the second one. There's the toy. I'm not sure if it's a set in stone place or not. Seems to pretty much always take 3 attempts for me. So I'm going to assume it takes 3. Takes 3 to tango with a toy. Alright. Yep. Go off to the welcome party. Some parts have cutscenes that you could skip. Some are cutscenes you can't skip. So we deal with what we could deal with. Next up, there's a doggo over here. Where are you at? There you are. Like, come on, dude. Welcome party. And he's like, I don't want to go out. I'm sleeping. I'm comfy. All right. Yep, we got bark once, and it's like, nope, no go. So now, by the way, corgis are really good at doing this. Corgis are great at just grabbing on and playing tug of war with your pants, your ankles, whatever they might want to grab. Then next up, we gotta go get Will Smith from I Am Legend. I remembered this time. See, with time, my brain starts clicking over and getting things right. So Will Smith is over here, running an agility course. Unfortunately, most of the agility course dogs are just not quite getting it. Yep. They just are not getting that. Believe it or not, corgis are very good at agility courses. So one of those surprises is corgis are very fast and very good jumpers despite being little potatoes with tiny potato legs. Yeah, I could do that. All right, so we are going to go ahead. Yep, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Oh, come on. Boom. New record for the course. Well, let's go. All right. Always have a hard time. Oh yeah, now I remember. This one's always slips my mind because it's way back here. Come on, guys. Welcome party. All right. I think they're going to be happy with a welcome party of their own. Or a welcome party to join. Now we will jump over there and join the welcome party. And we could skip that cutscene. Unfortunately, our corgi is a little sad because Daddy, the corgi's owner, did not show up. Look at that. That's just sad. Doggos want to be with the people who love them and that they love. So not all cutscenes can be skipped. But if I keep pressing A, in the bottom right corner, it'll say skip. And if you hold it for a while, you'll skip the cutscene. Or it means you could go in menu and just do a quick skip. And now you're like, my daddy is here. Let me through. I said wake up. Daddy's here. The angel's like, no. I know, Mr. Angel will help. We'll go and find Mr. Angel. Who is over here. With time, I'll be a little better about not needing to hit the sniff button nearly as often. But for right now, sniff every once in a while. It takes a few frames away, but it's not the worst time loss. Look at that begging corgi. Who doesn't love a good begging corgi? Oh. Coming up with ideas, though. Corgis are very good at schemes. If you've never interacted with a corgi, they are schemers. So now we will go back up to the hill where we started the game. Up there. Controls can be a little fidgety on this game, so you want to be careful not to miss jumps, because if you do, respawning takes a little bit of time. Like respawning and reloading, it will eat up a little bit of your time. So sometimes it's better to go a little slower, just so you avoid the death. Unless you're doing a head-on double jumps like this right here, head-on is very easy to get both jumps. So now comes a little tag team. Look at those corgis being devious. Good devious corgs. And chomp. And yes, you do control more than just the corgi in this game. As we go through, we're going to control several different doggos, including a really cool husky later on. And now we just gotta dig our way out of here. And down the Rainbow Road. This is also about the end of us having the ability to run with infinite stamina. We're soon going to have a stamina meter, something straight out of like a recent Zelda. You know, like a Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom style stamina meter that we can increase as we go through the game if we want to pick up some collectibles. And they're kind of worth it early on because they'll give you enough time to make up for the time of collecting them. But it's kind of iffy on those early ones, and the later ones are not worth it because you don't get enough use of them later on to justify the time to go out of your way and the cutscene, because when you do get your increase, there is a little bit of a cutscene. Look at that corgi. Oh, I should be skipping that one. That was on me. I'm going to see my daddy. And the angel's like, no. I don't want to say the B-A-D word, but you're not a good dog right now. And it's like, you don't want to go in there. All right. We are now... Oh. We are now in the actual game. No more... No, let go. Sometimes the corgi does not want to let go of things. Here we learn a little bit of simple tutorial stuff of let's drag things into place. And jump on up. Keep following the butterfly. One last thing to drag right here. And up we go. You'll notice that stamina meter does drop mighty fast. We want to make sure that raises up a little for us. Oh, I burnt through my stamina too much. Okay. Stamina meter does go mighty fast, unfortunately. And here we're going to start meeting some of the troubles. So there are bad guys in this game. And there's some fairies. And this fairy is like, yo, don't be barking. And we're like, hi. And it's like, don't bark. There's a big nasty thing that don't like the barking. And so these things, if they catch us, it is all the bad news. So we here just want to follow our fairy friend. It's going to give us hints of where to go. It's essentially 3 lanes. Ooh. Kind of the timing on the jump is a little weird. So we just continue through here. And in we go into this gloomy little alcove. So we're going to want to meet a few fairies. This will be number 2. Hey, buddy. And there'll be a third one we'll want to meet too. There we go. So one of their friends was captured by those big grumpy things. So we're on a mission to rescue. Refill my stamina. Run. Refill that stamina. Run. So we want to be careful not to over burn out our stamina. Also, jumping uses a chunk of stamina, so we want to be very smart on that. Nope, not that one. This one. Nope. This one. And, you know, video games. Rule of 3 is a common thing. That is not quite what I wanted. Wow. Okay, let's do that a little bit smarter. This is why you don't want to keep dying, because you lose. I'm not sure how that happened. Okay, and now we can get out of here. After a few mistakes, let's pretend those mistakes never happened. I've never seen those happen. You never saw them happen. Mistakes did not happen. We'll try and avoid mistakes later on. Look at that happen. Oh, why am I not? There's the other mistake. Not skipping that cutscene. It's so enchanting, though, just to look at the happy Korg. Wait up, guys. I have little stamina. Oh, and there's our other friend. Alright, and now we're going to go on a mission to clean up this place. Now help me find Daddy. By the way, if you don't know, like corgis have this white fluff right around where their shoulders are. Or not white, but the texture is a little different of a color, and because of that, now it'll let me skip. Because of the texture being a little different, it causes their fur just to look a little unusual, and it's called fairy saddles, because legends were fairies would ride on the backs of corgis, so they'd have fairy saddles. Start with going to the left ones first. What we're doing is we're going to clean up this area. Because we're going to have a stream run through here. So we want to get all of this cleaned up. We're almost there. Wait for it. Oh, come on. Make some mushrooms for me. Make them big. Oh, that controlled a little funny. And then smash! There we go. One little last bit. And we will grab this and push this big log out of the way. And we're going to clean up the creek that feeds the meadow. And once that is all taken care of, we're now going to clean up that meadow with a little fairy ingenuity. All right. You wait for let me skip. And now we are going to clean up this place. There are some big uglies running around, so we want to be mindful of them. We also want to be mindful of we have a limited water supply. So we're trying to do the best passes we can, being mindful of our water. So you'll notice I'm trying to circle back to that water on a pretty regular basis. So I can keep that water supply nice and happy. Ooh, hit that rock. I did not even see that rock. Oh, that was a first. I don't think I've ever done that one before, but that's all right. Luckily, this area, nothing too difficult. Just be mindful of your water and of ledges. Also be mindful of the goons. Those big goons are just no good. You know, they're up to no good. They're going to cause us problems if we're not careful. You could see the big old percentage meter. And we want to end around here. Because we want to go right where I just led us. So it's about knowing what order to clear things out. And now we could skip. Oh, I guess no matter where you end up respawning at the same place. That's a shame. And now we are in the cave. Going to have a little bit of a cutscene here. Unskippable, that is. So if we try and sniff, we can see a little bit, but... Here we go, some water we want to drink up. We now have a new mechanic that we compete, but not that important. They're going to make us do it, and then we could sniff. And it makes it where we could backtrack. Yep, I know. I know. You're going to have an idea. It's going to make us do it a couple times. This area is really tricky to see in, but we're looking for these dots. And we don't want to run out of energy. Ooh! And you want to make sure you jump. This area is kind of a little bit tricky and finicky in that regard. And we circle on up here. Whoa! We missed one of those dots. Oh. So we just keep following these dots, and it gets easier the longer you go, because the more dots you get, the brighter everything gets for you. Yeah, can't go that way. Come on. That was a bad choice. All right, come on, come on. Respawn. Oh, it put me right back there. There's where we're going. Poorly handled jumps, but it's okay. We want to go better go a little slow than to fall hard. So here we're going to grab our first stamina increase. This one we want because it's early enough in the game that we can take advantage of the added time. So you'll notice how much time it took. All of this right here is taking extra time to get through. That was me clipping a wall. Not what you want to do right there. Sorry about that. But it did respawn us at the bottom. And you automatically crouch and go slow when it's a very narrow ledge like this. So that's not even me slowing down. That's the game making you go a little slow because it's your corgi is like, hey, yo, I'm kind of frightened right here. And can you blame the corgi? I can't. I mean, the corgi's doing good. With time, this routing can be very much improved, of course. We're gonna... There we go. Nice and smooth through first mushroom room. Not the only one we'll have. There are more mushroom rooms to be rooms. This cave is creepy and not nice. Oh, and there goes all my little light buddies. Not nice of them to leave me in the dark like that. But they're going to make everything look all pretty here, and I will skip as soon as it'll let me. Let's follow them. Ooh. Whoa! Okay, that was the game just being mean right there. Hop on up. And that was the game having some weird clip detection. That's all good. We will climb back up and keep moving as fast as we can. Okay. That was not intended. Like I said, this area is kind of on the tricky side because the controls are a little bit finicky. And it's all a matter of do you go fast, do you go slow? And there we go. We are through. And we're at the beach party. Oh, we are not doing good, though. So luckily, this guy is going to help us out. He's like, hey, you don't look too good, but guess what I got for you? I got some kibble. Wait for it. Wait for it. This guy is so nice. I like this guy and his dog. They are both awesome. Look at this. He's like, yeah, I've got the kibble. It's all right. Here you go. Eat. Yum, yum, yum. Look at that happy corgo. Oh, and look at that stamina meter get. Oh. This area is an interesting chapter. In fact, the chapters from here on out just keep getting more and more interesting and more fun. I want to find my daddy. And this guy's like, that sounds like a good plan. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to see something a little alarming. Oh, look at the poor pupper. Are you okay, pupper? Are you okay, pupper? Uh-oh, that's not working good. I can't push you. Yeah, my push meter kind of maxes out there, no matter how fast I tap. So, Let's go get that nice guy again. Hey, nice guy, I need help. He's like, yeah, I could probably help you. All right. All right. Look at that. We've got teamwork to make that dream work. Look at this. We're going to have a big old happy beluga buddy. And yes, it is going to be our beluga buddy going forward. Oh, just keep tapping that button. My little corgi friend behind me just stirred a little. It's not right to play My Little Puppy without a little corgi puppy behind you, you know? Okay. Bet you didn't see a rhythm game coming up in this game. Well, guess what? There's a rhythm game. There's also a fighting game in here. There are a lot of games in here. This game is really cool because you don't know what's coming next at any point. By the way, that cave is bad news in a lot of ways. But guess what? It's like, my human's there. And this guy's like, well. And then his dog goes like, yo, my buddy's human is over there. And it's like, maybe. And then here I'm going to be like, my daddy might be there too. Look at that. How can he say no? He's just going like, I'll pretend like I can't. No, I'm on board. And there we go. We'll skip this cutscene. He pretty much said, you know what's cool is that song, I'm on a boat. How about we play out that song? We're going to need a boat. There is some rope. Rope, got it. Seriously, why are you sending the Corgo to get the rope? Because Corgos are not the best of swimmers, just saying. And for some reason, your controls kind of freeze up for a second right there, unless you kind of do like extra inputs, which is a little bit annoying. You need help with a stick? All right. And then, dude has surfboards. Look at this. We're going to be on a boat. And the beluga's going to help us. Yep. Let's get going. So we get periodic boosts, but right now it's just for fun. Later on, we're actually going to have some challenges in the water. We're just going to keep on plowing through this. Another boost, and we'll be at the ice cave. There's definitely no way there's bad news here. There is bad news here. Unfortunately, our cool beard friend did not plan on going to an ice cave. And unfortunately, that ice cave has a big not friend in it. That is one brave, stupid dog. And away we go. That was not a cave we want to go to. We're going to have to go there eventually. Time for a little more team begging. Yep, a little team begging. You know, the greatest team sport there is. All right, fine. So we've got some more stuff to do out in the seas. Luckily, we're going to another island that is not icy for our beard human friend who did not care for Ice Island. We're going to have another type of rhythm game coming up soon. And there's the little puppers human being chased by one of the grumpies. Everyone's like, uh-oh, that ain't good. He's like, but guess what? I got a human brain for human plans. Better than the corgi brain with corgi plans. No offense to the corgi. I need to get birds. All right. All right, now it's Doggo's turn. Get going. I don't like how you have to be right in that circle, though, because it disincentivizes that feeling where you want to push. One more of these. Go on. Go on, human. All right. Now it's my turn. I did bad aim on some of that. Okay, we gotta refill my stamina. Go. All right, birds are all in the air. Now comes this doggo's job. And now it's the Beardo's turn to wrap things up. And we'll just do a little more taunting. And one final round. And what do you know? Too many seagulls make for a grumpy thing just giving up. And look, human and doggo reunited. But she has two more. He's like, I like the dogs going, it takes all of us to beg. It just takes a cute woman, one beg, and we'll go for this one first. Fortunately, boosting now has a purpose. You want to be careful, because if you do that wrong, you will get caught. And we definitely don't want to get caught. So, gotta do it right. Look at that cute little pupper, though. And now we've got a chase. Oh boy, I am not doing the best here. So we just gotta keep going. Oh no! I did not see that mud. Boy, I am just not doing great on this one. There we go. Whew. You don't quite get the rubber banding that you get with like Mario Kart, so if you mess up a few of those jumps, things can be a little bit on the dangerous side. We want to avoid this guy if we can. There we go. Because, believe it or not, those guys can actually catch you pretty easily. Which is bad news if they do. And then we have a Chihuahua. And we're going to have another type of rhythm game coming up here. We're just going to keep pulling right here. When I first played this game, I did not know exactly how they meant to pull and what it was talking about. I actually lost the first time, and they stole the poor little Chihuahua. But they're not giving up so easily. So we've got another round of this. And we will probably grab that stamina. Depending. I forget how well they leave it open for grabbing. There is a stamina increase in the next area that is almost automatic. Like, it's such a perfect placement that it is actually hard to not get it. Alright, this is looking pretty good. And there we go. We get a Chihuahua puppy. Look at that. Happy doggos all around. Okay, now we gotta go back to that ice area. Because we need to find my daddy. So we didn't go for that stamina just because it was not in a good place for us. Like, we would have had to reload that island, and reloading that island just would have wasted some time. So here we are going to hope, thread the needle between these two. Uh-oh. Okay, we got through that safely somehow. Normally, if you get caught in their arrows like that, they just get you. But instead, we made it. We're just playing red light, green light here. We can't. Actually, it's silly. I forgot, they actually make you come up here. Oh, and it is on. But everything can be good. Look at this. She calmed him. And then leave it to the Chihuahua to run things for everyone. I love Chihuahuas, but this is so what a Chihuahua would do. Don't mess with dog trainer. Oh, but also the polar bear had a puppy. Well, a cub. But a puppy seems like a more apt name for that one. Just looks so fluffy marshmallow. Fortunately, I got the poop kicked out of me. Thank you, I'm going to go meet my daddy now. Alright, and I'm off into another cave. No need for sniffing, I know where I'm going. Or no, it's not this next area, it's the area after. This area is actually pretty tricky. But stamina won't get used all that much here. Which is the good news. Stamina only has so much of importance here. Now we are on Bear Mountain. By the way, stamina will refill whenever we hit heavy snow like that, because we can't run too fast. Pull ourselves up. So we're just going to slide this over here. Anytime you see a pushable box, it's like, just know you are going to need to push it. Ice makes for tricky movement because we slide. If we're a bigger dog, hint, hint, we will not be able to go fast. So bigger dogs have to go slow on ice and run the risk of falling through. However, ice is where we're going to have some tricky movement. Oh no, no going back the way I came from. Oh, I hit the button slightly wrong. That is entirely my fault. Nope. Oh. Like I said, the movement here is finicky. So let's do that again without another death. So you want to go fast because we're speedrunning, but let's just face facts. Oh, That was so not fair of the game. That is not on me. With time, you improve. So this is one of the first times I'm fully speedrunning this game. So what can I say? This is, you know, the baseline for speedrunning this game. Things happen. No need to sniff. I know where I'm going. Well, we could sniff right now, because... Nope, won't let me quite sniff. That's alright. Cave is right here. I know the route. I'm going to come across some new friends who are going to tell me, don't climb this mountain. Storm is coming. I like this big old marshmallow dog. And look at that, sniff, sniff. We're good friends. We're already good friends. So this is one of the harder areas of this game to go fast. The ice causes some issues, so we want to do the best we can. Hey, Holo, my corgi back there just did a stretch. The old guy's like, don't. There's a storm coming. No running here. Might as well snap because we don't want to get blown back. We're going to get a little greedy here. There's a few spots we can get greedy, and we're going to take all of them we can. We are going to cut some of these really close. So this is the last real greedy one we can do. After this, it is play it straight. You know? Be conservative with our... Because it's going to start cutting down. Time between wind blows is going to be like it's blowing right now. If you try and go for that R1, you might make it, but it's kind of 50-50 because you could be just beyond the permittable frame. Here comes the wind again. It makes you feel like you should be pushing a little further than you're going. And trust me, if you do that, you end up regretting it. Because if you fail on one of these, it blows you back quite far. So at this point, we are almost there. We are not going to get to that furthest back of the next three, because the game is going to automatically progress us to failure. But if you end up losing ahead of this forced failure, guess what happens? You just gotta keep doing it. Oh, what the? Whoa, I guess. Yo, game. Game, that was not cool. I was behind that rock. That's what happens if you miss. Demonstrations, they're a great thing, right? So if you mess up, you lose a little bit of time. This is the chapter where messing up happens the most in every possible way. There's a lot of things that can be messed up in this chapter. And that includes all of the parts coming up next. So I think do we get to this one? Nope. Okay, here is the intended you lose here. Once those exclamation points appear, you're done. You could keep holding on all you want, but guess what? You're going to get blown away. On the bright side, you made a friend just a short bit ago, and maybe, just maybe, that friend will be your hero. There we go. Skip this cutscene. And now it's time for this dude to become your hero. Like I said, bigger dogs will not run on the ice, because the ice can break. You might say this dog is on thin ice. Yeah, that's horrible. But we're going to run back with him, and then he is going to become our good buddy going forward. And I mean good buddy. Bestest buddy. At least for a chapter. And make this jump nice and big. So the corgi could not climb this slope right here, and that's why we went on the ice. Big dog can climb the slope. I doubt the corgi couldn't climb it though, because like I said, I've got a corgi right behind me. I've got another one in the other room. I've had 2 corgis before that, and corgis, they have an indomitable will. I'll just put it that way. They can go and do whatever they set their mind to, including rescuing freezing doggo. So on bright side, this dog does not get blown away, and also, although I had many places to sniff, this one is not random. Which I love. I love when you don't have randomness. It is so good for speedrunning, you know? Look at that. All is good. So this chapter has a few really tricky areas, so we're going to hope things go good for us. Because there is some trickiness coming up. However, what's great is this. This right here. You gotta sniff again. Now that we sniff, just going to keep pushing through. All we know how to do. I know exclamation points in the past, that meant bad news. Here you can just kind of push through it. And because you're not running, you could keep sniffing. Oh, my Corgo is back behind me on the left. And there we go. And we could run again. All right. So, here is where you're like, all right, that's it. The end of their buddiness. But their buddydom doesn't end because my big friend is like, ooh, I might need help you some. And guess what? The team is staying together. Uh-oh. So here is where it becomes a sneaking game. This time, it'll be a different person in charge of being the hero. And here automatically slows down because it's a narrow ledge, and doggos can be smart sometimes about not throwing themselves off of narrow ledges. My speed was slightly off, so there is a cycle here. There we go. Through that, and we're good. So stealth here is important, but also not. You'll see what I mean if all goes well. So what we need to do is get over here. Oh, camera. Why were you facing that away? There's a stamina drink over there. Ooh, that's where the trickiness of the ice controls really come through. Really come through. So this is some of the trickiest ice physics I have seen in a game. So you want to go kind of slow and steady. Then, once again, oh, that was unfortunate. I wasn't in position. All right, here we go. And then slowly across this ice, because big dogs do not run on thin ice. And we've got one more up there, and then things get ridiculous. Alright, so what we need to do is first we're going to go up here, get down, lay down, trade. Grab our buddy. And we're clean through, and now is when we're going to get a little ridiculous. With stealth. Oh, barely messed that up. Speedrun strats, though. You want to try and get through a little bit quick. Okay, we're going to wait for the turn. Then here we can make this. Going to get close. Oh no, grumbles. Grumbles. It's getting grumbly, but it's all good. Then this guy here, we need to wait for him to go away. Remember, this is a speed game. And if you've ever played stealth in a speed game, you know that stealth is more of a suggestion than a requirement in a lot of cases. So we're just going to keep going through. We've got one more little bit here, and then we're going to have bad news bears. Literally, bad news with bears. So we will wait for this guy because we need to run through too long of a stretch. Because it's lit up all the way through here. Wait. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. That's what I should have done. Game can be a little finicky at times. Like I said, anytime you see one of these, if you can grab one, there's a reason for it. And there's no way to really get around it. It's kind of funny if you don't grab this and just have the corgi stand on this. It'll fling the corgi into the stratosphere. For some reason, you cannot carry through this part. And now, we're going to have a wild adventure. And it's going to be a very tricky area. It's probably the last honest, super hard part of this run. Well, there are several parts that could be kind of hard. This, though, is going to be dangerously bad. When I said bad news bears, did not trigger a cutscene. When I say bad news bears, I really mean it here, because this is a spot where deaths can occur. We're going to hope they don't. We're really going to hope they don't. But this can be a little bit finicky dealing with distance and things like that. Alright, this is a tricky spot. As you can imagine, it is life or death with this. And you don't want to get too close to the ice, like to the edge. Or else that happens. Wow, I did not want to show that. And you cannot stay on the ice. If you stay on the ice, it starts a timer of sorts. That I knew was going to happen. Wow. I do not want to do that repeatedly right here. I am... Unfortunately, you can't just re-up the taunt right away. We want to avoid this little dip, or that will get us killed in a hurry. Okay, and we are getting to the hard spot. It just gets harder and harder and downhill from here. So this spot right up here is the hardest spot I found in this whole game. Okay, our poor Corgi is in a very bad spot and might fall through the ice. It's going to be incredibly close right here, and we barely... That is speedrun strats right there. You abandon the Corgi to its fate, and thankfully the cutscene will save your life. Oh, and now we are almost done with the icy mountain. But guess who is waiting for us? Oh. So this area, important thing to keep in mind, you only have to steer left and right. And you steer a lot like a car. If you try and press up, I always feel like I need to press up. If you do, it will pick up any slight left or right in that motion and really just send you a bad way. We're just gonna go as smooth as we can here. Continue going nice and smooth. those trees. Slide under that bear. Remember I mentioned before, controls on this game are a little finicky, and it's important to keep that in mind here, because that all controls, I don't want to say poorly, because it makes me sound like I'm complaining about this game, and I'm not. It is a wonderful game. It is intentionally finicky. Like, very intentionally. And now look what I've got coming at me. So this is kind of back to runner mode. We have 3 lanes. We've got a jump. We gotta be smart about how we do things. So keep up the good runner mode. Watch out for the bears. And we've got past the first part, and now we've got 2 lanes here. We're just going to keep this up like a rhythm game. I mean, ultimately, that's all a runner is a rhythm game, right? And now we've got this going on. Going to get a perspective shift in a second. Jump, go flying, and we've got our perspective shift coming up right here. Thankfully, no jumps we have to do. Jump doesn't even work here. Staying in middle is best when you can. It shortens the travel you have to do. I think we are now free. Screen gets really visually shaky. Luckily, it's not flashing lights, but it can be a little sensitizing if you're photosensitive, depending on your specifics of your photosensitivity. So a little bit of that. And now we skip that cutscene. We've got to find our buddy who got buried in the snow. Thankfully, we could sniff for him, or we just go this way. And unfortunately, he had a rough time. He did all the running, so we're going to give him some licks, some kisses, some corgi kisses. Hey, hello. Oh, she's on her doggy bed back there, if you don't see her, right back there. Like I said, I've got my little puppy while I'm doing my little puppy. Well, I gotta go find my daddy. Give a sniff. So, now we're going from the icy cold to the desert. Well, it's been fun. I like you a lot. You're a cool dog. We are almost out of this area. We will get one more stamina increase just because it kind of makes everything a whole lot better. Having just one more. And like that, we are in the desert. And there's no reason to do any sniffing right now, because you'll notice it's a pretty linear path we're on. And coming up is a spot where you want to slow down a little bit right up here, because otherwise it could be really easy, miss those, and you have to climb all the way back up. It's not that long of a climb back up, but it is a time loss. Also, here is a slightly tricky jump. There we go. If you go through too fast, if you don't pause like I did, you know what happens? Bad things happen. Like, your rocks won't line up quite right. So this is why we want a little more stamina, because some of these areas can be kind of tricky to maintain your stamina. Luckily, scorpions, they don't hurt us. Oh, I overdid my stamina depletion. As long as we don't hurt the scorpions, they won't hurt us. And we wait for this to fall down. There we go. Nope. Wow. That was weird. My stamina, or my dash, wanted to stop on me. I don't want that. I want to keep running. And there we go. Now we're going into the for real desert. Wide open. You know, it's like we're in Zelda. We're in Breath of the Wild or Wind Waker, where we've got all of the wide open desert, an oasis in the middle of it. Look at this poor pupper. I need to get this pupper some water. Luckily, I know where there is some. And then if you keep going on the left, like over there should be the Gerudo village. I mean, this so feels like Wind Waker here. You got the cliffs on the right, endless desert on the left. All right. Look at this. Get our little friend some water. We also met a new friend during this cutscene, the Grim Reaper, who has the most adorable little scythe. All right, let's go save a pupper. Oh, I overdid that, and I screwed up. There was a stamina juice right back there that would have been great for this upcoming area. I gotcha. Uh-oh. I don't think I made things better. I don't think I made things better. I think I made things worse. See, that's why I wish I had a little more stamina juice, because some of these jumps, like, really push the limits of what you have. And some more mushrooms. I mentioned earlier, the mushrooms we saw were not the last of the mushrooms. You're probably thinking back then, where were more mushrooms? Well, sometimes you gotta take your time to get to them. Like this. Alright. Okay, we're just going to take a second bounce there. We're going to reset. There we go. Want to do that nice and safe. You push it too hard, you're going to regret it. Look at that. Look at that. That puppy is like, what is going on here? I am so happy, and that puppy is so frightened. But don't worry, I'll get you over the Grim Reaper. Because I've got another puppy rescue. However, I also have another thing to do, which you'll see very soon. These puppies are a handful. Like, Grim Reaper can handle one puppy, but for two, he's like, I need you to get a toy. Tough day, huh? Ugh, you don't even know the half of it. Hey, you know what? These guys had a toy. Could you maybe go get it? Okay, I'll find it. I recognize the smell of this toy. But real quick, let's go ahead, grab this one. This is the last one I believe we grab, because we just need a tiny bit more stamina. We lose a tiny bit of time grabbing this, but less time than we would have lost on any of the other ones we had earlier. In fact, it's quicker even than the one that we got from the caves. I mean, it is not out of our way. We don't have to do any interactions except for jumping over some water, because if you fall in the water, you're going to do the shake off, which is no good. There we go. Luckily, that one is static where it is. No RNG involved. You just know where it is. And that burrowing, you only have to burrow twice if you push it. If you don't push it, you have to burrow more than twice. Look, that's my favorite toy from growing up. And if you do things, there is a cutscene you can get to see how the little Grim Reaper got this toy. But we're skipping those cutscenes, so, tough. You don't get to see that. So having the extra stamina meter that goes to the yellow is real helpful here, because That way, if I fill it up to the full green, I don't risk that I'm overfilling it and not getting return for my slowdown. But it gives me a good full amount of run. So it kind of gives you a visual safety net. Then coming up is a thing that I was confused when I did this casually. So let me explain what's going on here. So we drop off the toy, and here we are going to play tug of war with it. We are not trying to win. We want time to run out, and we don't want the toy to get destroyed. So we just want to... Oh boy. And now they'll fall asleep. If we keep going, the toy gets destroyed. If every time they pull, if you pull at the same general time, the toy gets destroyed and it's game over. So you're not meant to win. You're meant to put up with. You're meant to tie. You're meant to time out. And Grim Reaper's going to give us a buddy. A super buddy. Our stuffed animal plushie is coming to life. And it's going to be our best friend around here. It's going to be so awesome. Just wait, just wait. You're going to love what our best buddy does. First, we've got to just continue through the desert. Follow me through the desert. My stuffed animal friend. So anytime we see these ropes, we're going to have to count on our new friend to get us through. So what's our new friend going to do? He's going to jump. Oh. Oh yeah, forgot. It's not big jumps here. He's going to lay down as a bridge. Thanks, buddy. I love that toy. Big jump. Be my bridge. Look at that. Need you to carry me. Put me down. Oh no! Momentum went away. Okay. Come back! Hurry up! I don't know why you wouldn't put me down earlier. Hey, come on. Thank you. Beat my bridge. And then we got some more super jumps after this. Come on. Pick me up. And here we just gotta do some smart. Oh boy. Nobody. No, you did wrong. Oh well, my buddies, he didn't mean it. Then we'll just ride on through here. Having him drop us first lets us get into the sand river a little bit quicker. And there's a stamina juice up there. We might go for that one just because it is actually kind of in our path. So he's like, I need water. Because that is actually the mamo of the doggos. They were separated a long time ago because all of this is in doggy purgatory, you know. And doggy heaven. But this part here, doggy purgatory. So she actually passed away before they did. And she got reunited, which is a beautiful story. Oh, don't touch the cactus. So, you can probably all guess what's going to happen here. The plushie can absorb all that water. Get in there, plushie. There we go. So we're just going to go ahead and grab this one because it's pretty much in the path and gives us just a little bit more. And it doesn't take too much time to grab that. And literally no harm from falling that distance. And there you go, dog toy flavored doggy water. Yeah, good doggos. Just like the good doggo back there. Oh, yeah, we know where your doggos are. We'll get you to them. However, things are about to get interesting. By interesting, I mean we need a new villain, don't we? It's all the dogs who have gone through bad situations. Abused, neglected. So here we need to mind the jumps. And we have quick time events. And this is kind of confusing because we're actually the white dog. That was weird. It did not like all of my inputs. Oh. I blame that on the perspective change. I don't like that perspective change. Because it makes it hard to tell what you're really looking at. And now is when the game becomes a whole new thing, which I hope you're ready for even weirder weirdness. And it's not done yet. All right. Not too bad there. Could have been a little better. It's hard getting in the mood for a fighting game in the middle of this. my favorite plush. My favorite plushie. Just being destroyed. Run. All right. Oh, and hey, it's a friendly vet. Now we've got some more bad news. Oh, I got greedy. I tried going a little too fast for my own good there. Speedrun and stealth. Luckily, you don't need wait for your friends. I don't think we're going to quite get enough time to cheat ahead there. Another sandstorm. Here it comes. Need one more, and here it comes. You can feel your controller vibrate. It's good to have vibration on when playing this game. Because if you have vibrate on, you can feel the sandstorms when they're coming. So you're intended to kind of follow her lead. Oh, luckily, we have a buddy. You do not mess with our buddy's puppies. I love the Grim Reaper in this. He's the best. With that cute scythe. You gotta love the costumes on them. The one has like the bib that's a tuxedo. Oh, I should have been skipping that. That is actually entirely my bad, because I got too caught up on that. Whatever that was, you saved me. All right, we are almost done with the desert. What? I can carry. Meanwhile, is the grumpy dogs who were going to look back. And there we are. We're at the canyon. The last full real chapter. I forgot. Here you actually do have to wait. I mean, you could try all you want. And then she's going to open up her little hideout. Because she has a little hideout for all of these doggos. So we just wander on in. Unfortunately, pretty much auto-scroller right here. We can't go any quicker because the vet is so slow. There are a lot of fun things to play with here. Instead, though, we're on a mission. But so many doggos and so many things to play with that we casually would have a lot of fun with. I need some water. I'm going to need some food. That's a really good, easy get. Stamina. But we're not going to go for that. That one is a time loss. And this dog, I call Scruffy. Scruffy wants to go to a place with a rocking chair. And so we'll learn what that is in just a second. Well, in about like 2 minutes. Apparently, though, there is a rest stop for doggos to go to, or for people to wait for their doggo or person to come to the afterlife. Look at that dog with the wheelchair! And so we can go over there. After all that time of me being the little dog helped by other dogs, I'm going to get a chance to be the helper big dog for Scruffy. Okay, I got it. I'm good with that. All right. Oh, yeah. If doggo gets too far behind, they start running and they run out of stamina. So right here, it is a little aggravating. Wait. Oh. That's the wrong way. That was aggravating too. Come on, dog. Oh no. Okay, come on. Oh, you are so slow. See, I get to be the big dog. So here, it's a sneaking mission. Unfortunately, we can't go fast because our dog friend is super slow. Like, that's how rough this can get. Look at their way. Be like a good conscientious objector and just look the other way. Wait, that's not a good conscientious objector. That's... Get in here! So this one... in here. Yeah, unfortunately, not much we can do. All right, lay down. Oh, this part, it's a little aggravating, but it is kind of endearing that we get to be the big helper dog for once. Turn around. Come on. Oh. Just don't want to have that meter fill up. I love dun 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 bum bum ba dum dum. I so love the artwork on that cardboard box. Is just the honest best. Okay, look the other way, dude. Come on. Oh, speedrun strats. Just push as quick as much as we can. Bum 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 dum. Bum bum ba dum bum. Oh, that part just the best. I mean, honest, the best. Okay, we are getting close to being done with escorting our super slow buddy. We're almost at the rest stop. the oh, forget what they called it, like the waiting area. Like between this chapter and the last two, you have some long chapters. So remember this box, because that crate box is going to matter. But first, we have some bad news. We've got a thing chasing us. And our old buddy, Scruffy, cannot. I like how it pixelated out the poo. So now we want to get over here. So that is why I started coming back up here. Was at the end our goal point is this area, and if we aren't heading in that direction, you could run a very far way away and not feel good when you have to run all the way back with that thing chasing you. Alright, I got a bed. And I have a cat friend. So here are some unskippable cutscenes. Including Scruffy's going to be a jerk. After all that effort I put in to help Scruffy, I said that's mine. I've got a corgi back there who's like, I'd do the same thing. About the stealing the treat or the barking about, I didn't get a treat. Corgis are super food motivated. And now we wait. The waiting's the hardest part. We just wait and wait. And just hope we'll see that skip button so we could skip ahead. Oh. My new friend, I'll call him Buddy. Buddy smells his human. Yeah, yep. Look at that corgi butt wiggle. Such a good detail. And look at this, we can run without worrying about our buddy running out of energy. Speaking of, hey buddy, have you ever helped a dog jump up? No? You're not getting it, buddy? Alright, let me share some knowledge. You're the big dog, so let me tell you what big dogs do. Yep. Cerberus's nest. Oh, don't worry. I've got you covered. I already learned how to do this before. Bam! I have been learning on my adventures. So we go over here. I need your help again. And ever wonder why it's called Cerberus's nest? Well, look at that rainbow. We're getting close to where Daddy would be. Except, they call it Cerberus's nest for a reason. Right on the other side. Buddy is like, yo, no, 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 no. Alright, there we go. We could skip. Well, we'll run this way, I guess. And, uh-oh. It's the Doberman from the gang of dogs that destroyed my plushie earlier. Buddy's like, oh, not this again. See, that dog's scared. It should be smart. It should be like, guess what? I'll betray the mean dogs and I'll join you. But no, instead he's just like, I don't want to be doing this, but it's the one way I'm protected in the afterlife is I have a team. Arf, 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 arf. And there we go, we could skip. So, the vet showed up. She seems to know those dogs some. In fact, I forget if it's now or if it's already happened or it happens later. We get a flashback that she actually tried taking care of those dogs in her little hideaway, but unfortunately what happened, you're kind of slow. What happened is the good dogs start getting reunited with their humans, and the bad dogs got very angry about it and jealous. And so that all caused them to become extra mean. So another mini game. That mini game is a little bit random because it's a little different the first time I did it. Oh, now he gets the cone of shame. I believe we go back to waiting. And it's time for meal. Yeah, this is one of those stretches in this game where it's like, we are close to the end, and it just goes a long time of slow cutscenes. I mean, it's real good when you're playing casually. Speedrun, this is the part that you're like, oh, just hurry up a little. And back to waiting. Look, someone's coming. Look at that. There we go. So the old lady got her dog. However, this pug has no one right now. So the vet's like, can you take the pug? I'm like, yeah, come on. Let's go, pug. Let's go for a run, pug. And then bad news happens. What bad news? I don't know. Gotta play the game to find out. And jump. Alright, that is the bad news. One of those big things came along and was blocking the path. Actually, it's a whole mess of them. So this part right here can be a little tricky because your rafting controls are definitely sluggish because it's boat controls. And if you take 3 hits, and you don't really get iframes, if you take 3 hits, your box breaks. It's also a weird camera angle that doesn't quite help you. I love this music though. It's like, we're just having a fun, wacky vacation. Oh no. Like I said, it is slow, sluggish boat controls because you're in a boat. Boats don't move on a dime. Uh-oh. we go. Now we will head up here into the hideaway. But there is some bad news. The bad dogs followed me. And will soon be here, but we don't know that yet. Look at that, they're like, new buddy. This is the sweetest of games. And look at all of them together. Oh, and Mama Dog's like, uh-oh. He's like, come here so I could tell you to go get Mama Dog. Like, couldn't you have told me from a distance? You know, just shouted, get Mama Dog. Okay, we gotta run. Oh. Doesn't help the game doesn't have you automatically moving right there. They are so close to me. A little too close for comfort. Hurry up, wheelchair dog. They are coming. Now, just a little more. We are in one of the final sections. We gotta encourage our dogs. Oh, that one had a limp. We are at one of our final confrontations before the big conclusion of the game. Oh, poor doggo. Big confrontation time. Things cannot last. There we go. Gotta skip. And guess who shows up? This is so sad. Like, their buddy. Right here. This is just sad. Their buddy, the one who was willing to give, like, to let us go, gets gamage. doggos are like, we can't do nothing. Oh, Korg, no. Like, I don't care we were enemies, but that's still a doggo. And all of a sudden, a bunch of dogs run up to the waiting area. Look at that, the Doberman, he got up. We are a team. Put our worst feelings aside. And the vet is here. And of course, more than anything, kitty punch. Kitty punch. Kitty punch. And of course, you notice the cat is the only one without a halo. Catchets owns this area. It's purgatory for a lot of them. Or a suburb of heaven. Whatever its foe represent. Because they're not in the full heaven if their halos aren't glowing, but, you know, it's purgatory or something. But to the kitty, this is home. This is kitty's turf. And kitty punch. And then we could skip again. Planes are getting flooded. Storm rages. Storm passes. Time goes by. I mean, this game is a very, very beautiful game. Like, the artwork has some simplicity, but also some real good depth to it. Like, I can appreciate the look of this game. No skipping. Oh, you got a new wheelchair. Good job, buddy. Oh, he's like, you saved my life. Look at that stamina potion still taunting me, and it's like, no, I don't. That's a time loss. That's a time loss. All right. She wants to talk to me. I'm all better thanks to you. Oh, look at those poodles. Just little fluff balls. I'm going to go wait for Daddy now. Okay. I'm going to take off now. I know I will never see any of you ever again. Kidding. So going to see all of them again. Thankfully, we don't need to be patient here and wait for a bunch of those meanies, grumpies, whatever you want to call them, the nasty men. Halo stealers, jerks. I think jerks works really well for them. Unfortunately, no cardboard box sneaking, but this is quicker, so this is better. Bam, bam, ba-da-dum. We're almost back to Cerberus's Canyon, which is a dangerous place. Oh, hey, look at that. Grim Reaper is back. I think Buddy's human is here. Look at that. You met your daddy. Scruffy's still waiting. Grim Reaper's cat. Hence why that cat just took care of everything. Look at that happy big old buddy. Bark indeed. Oh, look at the dogs roaming the plains. All right. I'm just going to face my fears. Oh. Okay, never mind. I thought speed strat I could just go there. Apparently no. Apparently you have to continue waiting. That was my bad. That was thinking I routed something that wasn't quite what it should be. Making note to myself on that one. Cannot just skip ahead there. Must wait at rest stop until you get the scent you have been waiting for. Hey, Holo. I've got a corgi behind me, just passed out, stretching. Alright, now we could do this. For reals. You're probably like, but what about Cerberus? Oh, come now. It's like, Cerber what? Oh. Darn it. Ah. Gotta go up here. No! Wow! Like I said, this game controls can be a little finicky. There we go. Okay. Some stupid time losses there at the end, but now I can skip. Avoid that stick. Unfortunately, I'm not looking at the sticks in front of me, so guess what happens? Okay, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Keep going, keep going. Pay attention to the sticks. And we're going to look away. Guess what one I'm going to trip on? And we run. And Cerberus is like, yo, that is not how we do this. Nope. But all of my dog friends come out to help me in that cutscene we just skipped. And now we get the real ending. It is time to wrap this up. Fight, fight, fight. Sprint. Doggy quick time action. Look at those champion doggos. We are almost there. And we have made it, except for one small problem, one small miscalculation. No matter how big of a jump we do, and corgis can jump really good, trust me, I know. This jump might be a little too big. But guess what? We're pulled up. We are now in the final chapter, and time is coming up as soon as we see the first frame of Daddy's face. So we're going to enter the sunflower seed or sunflower field. Time's coming up in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. There we go. First speed run of My Little Puppy. There is room for improvement. There's room for slightly better routing. There's room for remembering skip cutscenes a little bit quicker. But this is My Little Puppy. It's a fantastic game. It's an amazing game. It's a lot of fun, a lot of variety to it, a lot more things than you would expect in it. Anyways, that is the speed run. I'm going to go ahead and let the credits roll because first speed run of a game, might as well let those credits roll, you know? Future ones, credits won't be there, but for a first one, show the credits for the baseline, show the appreciation to the developers who made such a fun game, such a cute game. It's an emotional game. I felt some good. I felt some good feels. I mean... fantastic game. Actually, I'll skip showing the credits, because although that one part, Cerberus, was the responsibility of the Grim Reaper. Anyways, that was My Little Puppy. First baseline speed run. I need to do a better retiming, but right around 2:49:05, give or take maybe a second. Real good game. It's a lot of fun speed run. It's the longest speed run I have. Before this one, my longest speed run I think would be Genesis Noir or 1,000 Times Resist, both of which are about 2 hours and 15-ish minutes. So definitely a bit of a longer speed run. Anyways, thanks for watching this. Hopefully we'll get a board on SRC, and I might do more of these in the future.